Good evening and welcome to tonight's special call meeting for our FY22 Millage public hearing. Bill Volkman is with us. He is our finance director. I'm going to turn things over to you to get us started.
Thank you, Chairwoman, and good evening, Chairwoman, Commissioners, County Manager. We have one item on the agenda tonight, and it is our second public hearing regarding the 2022 millage. I just want to take a moment and pause the slide up here to show you the millage, the 2021 adopted millage, as well as the 2022 proposed millage. And just call to your attention, the general fund millage is being proposed to be the same. The fire fund millage is projected to go, or proposed to go up 0.13 mils. And then there's also going to be a corresponding reduction to the debt service fund of 0.13 mils. The Cumberland Special Service District 2, as well as the Six Flags Special Service Districts, are proposed to remain flat. And just a couple key dates before I ask the board to open the public hearing. We did advertise in the MDJ on June 30th. Our first public hearing was held on July 12th, the regularly scheduled BOC meeting. This is our second public hearing as required. And then we'll have our third and final public hearing in addition to the adoption on July 26th at the 7 p.m. regular scheduled BOC meeting. So with that, Chairwoman, unless there's any questions, I ask that you open the public hearing.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions before we get started? All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and we will declare the public hearing open. Those of you who are here to address the millage, you may do so for at max 3 minutes. We will take an unlimited number of speakers to address the millage and the millage solely.
Good evening, Commissioners, Madam Chair, Debbie Fisher from East Cobb. I'm sure everybody's really glad to see me back. Last week, is that when the hearing was? I was told after the meeting, when I asked the question, why we were funding equipment when it could be put into SPLOST. And the answer was, we don't need SPLOST to fund the fire equipment. Well, I don't disagree with that. As many of you know, I'm not a huge SPLOST supporter. But one thing I do know, when you aren't using SPLOST dollars, you're using mine. And now you're asking me to use more. So next slide. I thought it would be important for you all to do just a short comparison. I sent you all the fire fund from 1994 through 2021. The 2019 through 22 on the latest report I sent you were my estimates. In 2021, the fire revenue was $103 million. Proposed this year, $122 million. That's almost a 16% increase, almost 5% more than the digest itself. It's $19,218,635 difference in just 2 short years. I also found it interesting, I did get time to look at the annual report from 2021, and I wanted to see what we have in the fund balance. It states 2021, which is the latest CAFR report, $58,420,906. And the point I'm trying to make here, and you're asking us for more. Always more. Next slide. Also interesting was my shock. I wasn't paying attention. Somehow I missed this. But I congratulate you for finally hitting a big goal that started long ago with Mr. Pearson when he was our CFO. and that was to rid Cobb County of having to apply for a TANS. For those of you watching on TV and in the audience, if you don't know what that is,
Ms. Fisher, I'm sorry, your 3 minutes are up.
that's unfortunate. Thank you. Can I have two?
Hello, Commissioners, Chairwoman. I'm Christine Rosman from Marietta, and I'm representing myself. I'd like to actually follow up on some things that Ms. Fisher was saying, and that is, in the event the rate levied in the unincorporated area is different from the rate levied in the incorporated area, the report shall also indicate all required information with respect to the incorporated area, unincorporated area, and a combination of incorporated and unincorporated areas. So the fire fund increase only applies to unincorporated Cobb and the cities with fire departments are exempt from the increase, so the cities who have their own fire departments will receive a tax deduction of 0.13, and those in unincorporated Cobb will be footing the bill. So the bond fund millage rate for 2017 is proposed at 0.130. This is an increase over the planned 0 mills in the bond fund that results from the shift previously mentioned. The increase is necessary to service the debt associated with the newly issued park bond that was approved on January 10th, 2017 for $24,700,000. Okay, I'm not a numbers gal, but I know that Debbie Fisher is, and I know she does her homework, and I know that she knows what she's talking about. And so I, on the other hand, will just say that the millage rate needs to be looked at. We are about ready, we're already actually in a recession. And if you listen to any experts, they're saying the market's going to crash. So you have people that have bought houses years ago, maybe for $150,000 or $200,000 that now appraise for $500,000. When the market crashes and when the real estate market crashes, they're going to be paying taxes on something that is going to be going down, okay? You have elderly people, you have single moms, single dads. You have a whole community to think about the impact that this is going to have. So instead of being aggressive, maybe be a little lean on things, because it's the taxpayers.
Ms. Rosman, your time's up.
Thanks.
Are there any other speakers here who desire to participate in the public hearing? All right, seeing none, Bill, I'll turn things back over to you.
Thank you, Chairwoman. That's all we have for this evening. And just as a reminder, we will have our regularly scheduled BOC meeting next Tuesday at 7 p.m., where we'll be having our third and final public hearing and ask the board to adopt the proposed millage rate.
Thank you. Before you leave, Bill, just want to make sure that commissioners don't have any comments or questions before we adjourn. Any comments or questions? All right. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and those who have tuned in. Thank you for watching our public hearing. Our meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.